What's good, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today is Tuesday, and I'm just going to do a breakdown of how I took two losses on UJ only for price to still move in my direction. Like I took these though one of the trade was I was not supposed to take it, as you can see here. One was not supposed to be taken, but one was price just took me out on the one that I was supposed to take and still went in my direction. So it was just annoying. So today is Tuesday. I took the second one early this morning when I was at the website because my bias and everything on UG was below. So before I start, let's go back to the 4 hour time frame why I was looking for bias on UG for you to see. So on my 4 hour time frame, normally if I'm going to trade for a day, I'm going to trade based on the direction of the 4 hour. That's it. And I don't go below the 1 hour time frame. I look for my setups on the 4 hour and on the 1 hour time frame. So let me let me let's say this place was not there yet. This place was not there. So what happened? There was a leg here. You see it as an inverse head and shoulder that UJ was forming. This was the left, this was the head, and this was it. But to me, this was the head, and this was another low that failed to break this low this week. So what happened? Price started moving to the upside. I'm just going to break down the reason why I was looking for buy. So from here, price failed to break this low, push to the upside. This was a resistance level. As you can see, I marked it here. This was a resistance level. So when price got there, I was expecting price to break out of that level because of the fact that price already tested here, dropped, and it was pulling back. So I was expecting price to break out of this level. So because of this being a low, failed to break this low, it seems 4 hour was not creating lows of high high and high low. So this was like a high low. And I was not expecting price to break out, give us another higher high. We wait for a higher low. So this is what I was looking out for. So that was the reason for the first feedback. The setup didn't present and I took it. So let me show you why I took the trade. So since my 4 is telling me this is a high low and we're about to create a new higher high, on my 1 hour, I should be looking for buys. So my 1 hour highs, high lows, high highs, high lows, but you won't see that on the 4. So 1 hour should be something like this to the upside, breaking the resistance level. So let's go out to my 1 hour time frame. Let me show you why I took the first trade. So let me remove this one. So fast forward before this is what I was looking out for. I don't know why my laptop is slow. My laptop is slow, but this is what I was looking out for. When price was at this place, I was expecting price to drop, give us a high like this, now pull back here, then I'll take this trade ready to hold for us to break, then finally pull back as the 4 hour says, then we continue. So this was what I was looking out for. The price didn't give us this, then what the price do? If you can see here, price gave us here, it failed to reach that resistance level, it dropped. So this was a correction. But before there was no break of structure that gave us that indication, and I traded ICC. There was no high or something like this here that gave us that indication in a correction. But I was looking for buyers around this level. Let me remove here. So I was looking for buyers at where? At this level. And at that time, I was not on my chart. So when I came back, price has already given me an entry here, which I would have taken the trade. I could have taken that buy from here, but price had already left with the reason that it didn't give me a perfect indication and a correction. So I was still going to take it, though it didn't give me a perfect indication and a correction. And again, it has given me an entry, but I'm late. So I should have just let that thing go and just wait. If we get another breakout, a correction, then we'll look for buys. This was what I was supposed to do, but I was still looking for an entry to take this buy. So let me show you why I took the trade on my 15 minutes. So this was the idea behind. So on my 15 minutes, you can see this was where I was supposed to look out for my initial entry for that buy. But because for that buy, even though the indication here was not good, and again, I was not there for this early entry. So I came and I entered somewhere around this level. I will pin the screenshot on the screen. I entered somewhere around this level, and my stop loss was below here, and I will normally go for 1 to 3. So this was the first trade, and I got stopped out. Let me remove the second one, and I got stopped out. So this was the first trade yesterday, Monday. So when I lost this trade, my buyers was still bullish. I knew UJ was going to buy, and I was still ready for another trade, maybe the next day, because I work in the 9 by 12 Asian session. Market is always active, and maybe that time it will not give me a perfect trade, though this trade was not supposed to be taken because there was no clear indication and correction. And even if I was supposed to take that trade, this should have been my initial entry, not up here. So I should have just left the trade because it was gone, let it go, another opportunity will come back. I still chased it, and I took a loss. So this was the first trade. So let's close that one. So after price took me, what happened? We will remove this one. Price dropped massively back to this level. But let me go back to the 1 hour time frame. Let me show you. And that level is a support level. That's a support level. As you can see, support here. When price got to this level, push to the upside. The same thing when price got here, it's going to push. So this was a support level. So let me show you what I was seeing on the 4 hour time frame again. That gave me the confirmation or the bias that UJ was still bullish. So let's go to the 4 hour time frame. I'm just showing you how I did my analysis before today. So on the 4 hour time frame, let's remove this one. This one is what you are seeing on the 1 hour time frame as well, the support. But let me remove that one and show you. So okay, as you can see again, lower low. So it continues, like it started giving us lows, lows, lows. Meaning what? This one to fail to break this low and gave us a weak here. So this is a low, a low, a low. Meaning from here, this week should have given us what? A higher high. So this week should have given us a higher high, a correction. Then we continue the bias to the upside based on the 4 hour. So if this week should give us a higher high, and this is the 4 hour, or even if this week should close, meaning the next candle should be breaking the level, giving us another higher high, we wait for a correction. This is the 4 hour. So meaning on my 1 hour, this week should be giving me something like higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low to the upside. That's where my entry should come. If 1 hour give me this, then I'll just wait for price to break. I'll wait for a correction, then we'll buy based on the 1 hour. So let's go to the 1 hour and I'll show you. But here is the case on the 1 hour. Price just did what? Price just dropped once. It's not giving us a series of market structure, high highs and high lows. It just dropped once. So with this once, what you do is this is just like an indication based on the 4 hour. This indication, a correction. So here, since price then drop with lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, what do? You just look for an entry here, a shift in structure here, then you just enter because this low is locked. So once price shift here, you wait for price shift in structure, you take your trade for price to give you another high, a high low, another higher low, then you just continue the trend. So what happened? This was what I was looking out for, an entry to join this new higher high that is about to be created, this new higher high, which eventually created here. So let's go to the 15-minute. Why I took the second trade. If I had been on the chart early, I would have, this trade would have been a win. And again, I was not there in the end. I entered on the second entry. So if you can see on the 15-minute chart, we're supposed to get a shift in structure around here, or whenever we get a price to shift in structure, then we start buying to create that new high somewhere around here, correction, then we continue based on market structure. So as you can see here, I have this line here. The price gave it this week, it dropped to this level, as you can see. Then it started doing what? It started moving this week. If I had been on the chart, I would have entered right after price breakout of this week. So meaning this was going to be like a high, a correction, a high, then eventually we will break out of this resistance level based on the 4 hour bullish direction. So I could have entered here with my stop loss here. because this was the low and price was not supposed to break this. It was supposed to continue structure breakout, the same structure, bearish, same structure, bullish. So if I was on the chart at that moment, this is where I would have taken the trade. Bring my long position. Should have taken the trade somewhere here if I was on the chart with my stop loss below here, targeting 1:3. But because I was not on the chart, I came and I saw price reach this level. I saw price give it that high. I don't know why my laptop is very slow. I need to get a laptop back. Where is the money? No money. So let me show you. The price gave it that high to this resistance level. And mind you, this resistance level have been tested. And the more a resistance level, support level is being tested, the more it gets weaker. So there were chances that price was going to break out of this level within any moment. Price tested, dropped, gave us this bullish thing, engulfing. Then I got in on the second trade around this level. With my stop loss below here, and I was going for a 1:3. This was the second trade. It played out. There was no volume in the market. It started consolidating, as you can see. Started consolidating. Then immediately what happened? It wicked me out with this week. I'll be putting my MT5 screenshot alongside. You see, it just wicked me out by very little. I want to remove this thing. I don't want it to be here, but it's not going. So it wicked me out with this week. Then immediately it went in my direction, the same bullish direction, but I couldn't take a win. I couldn't cultivate a win on it. But the first trade was not supposed. I wasn't supposed to take it. It was won. Then I should have just let it go. But I still tried to look for an opportunity, which I didn't get, and I lost two trades with price still moving in my direction. That was very sad to say, but that's it. These are the two trades I've taken for this week. Let's see. I'm left with one. I don't take more than 3 trades in a week, and I'm left with one trade to end the week. So let's see. This is how price took me out in my direction. So guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you like me breaking down my trades like this, comment in the comment section, like this video, and share it. So this video is already 12 minutes, so I don't waste much of your time. We'll catch up when I get another setup. Peace out.